So it seems that the Playdate has been pushed back, at least the second, third, fourth, fifth batches of Playdates. So we're going to discuss that. I'm going to remind you to like the video, share it with your friends, and of course, subscribe to the channel because it always makes me feel good. So, Gary, what is going on here with Playdate? You're the Playdate.
So yesterday, believe it was yesterday. I frequent Reddit when I'm just looking for new topics or whatever about the Playdate, or to see who has received theirs, what order number they're at.
It was 3 days ago, Gary.
3 days ago, and a topic came up that Panic silently has kind of pushed back a little bit. Now, anybody familiar with what's been going on, groups 1 and 2 were supposed to get their units early 2022. It's May now. A lot of people were kind of upset from the get-go because a lot of people kind of conflated or thought that early meant Q1. I guess that's kind of an easy mistake that a lot of people made. So people were expecting to get their units by March, April, early May, and they've been slowly rolling out since I think at the end of April or mid-April. A Reddit user had found that hold on, give me 1 second.
So Gary's saying that people were expecting that early 2022 meant Q1, but if quarters are divided by 4, you got 4 quarters, whereas early, mid, and late is divided by 3, which is 4-month periods versus 3-month periods of quarters. So anybody who thought that this was coming in March is probably confused on how numbers work. You back, Gary? Or
yeah, sorry about that. So yeah, I'm not exactly sure what you said, but yeah. So basically, the gist of it was that that this was said that we were, groups 1 and 2 were going to get theirs early. They're close to being done with group 1. Group 2 here, however, was updated to mid to late, and nothing was said on Twitter about this. In fact, I believe the last thing that was really said was either this morning or yesterday about the hardware getting an update. So this is as much as we know, is that these were pushed slightly back, and a lot of us are kind of thinking that it's due to the rollout of group 1, that they kind of want to get problems that arise from group 1, things like the firmware and just small issues that they've been having, that they've been receiving from feedback in those early shipped units. So that could be the reason here that we're getting just slightly pushed back a little bit. We are, however, like at the very end of group 1, so group 2 should be close. Should be close to shipping.
So Gary, have you received a Playdate yet?
I have not. My order is 8,400 and some odd. They are very close. I believe they are around 8,000. So they're nearing the end of group 1, and group 2 should be shipping out soon. But before they do that, like what they did with group 1, they sent everybody an email asking them to confirm their addresses just in case. And I have not received that email yet, but we are getting close.
So as you can see from the screenshot we're showing here, it says group 2, 10,000 to 20,000 thereabouts. It says mid to late 2022. This wasn't mentioned anywhere, like Gary said, on Twitter or anything like that. So rightly so, people were kind of upset. However, just for this episode, we were talking about this. That was why we were late. We were discussing this very segment. And what happened was we went to the Playdate website to verify this information. And what did we find, Gary, when we went there?
So it looks like it was updated once again, silently updated.
So now, as you can see on the screen, highlighted there, it says Group 2, 10,000 to 20,000 thereabouts, mid 2022. No longer mid to late, mid 2022. So let's see if they can keep this ship date or if this is going to slip into late 2022 anyway. I think this is a dumb move, personally. If you already put it out there that it was going to be possibly late 2022, I would have just left it because that gave you some wiggle room, right? If it does slip again, just a little bit. Whereas now you're committing to mid 2022. Now, if you slip, people are going to be pissed. You're gonna have piss people off twice when you can only have done it once.
Right, and I don't know if anybody as of yet. I think maybe somebody did catch it as we were kind of scrolling through Reddit that they kind of updated it again, but it doesn't make any sense to me within just the few days, especially it's the weekend now. I guess they would have had to done this yesterday, Friday. They might have updated it, but yeah, it's kind of stupid to go back and forth. And maybe they didn't mean to put late, but hopefully they got some information and maybe they'll share with us on Monday. Something, maybe those, second batch is coming in and they're coming over in the containers and soon they'll be in the fulfillment center and who knows, but I'm crossing my fingers and I'm hoping that at least I figured by the end of May I was going to get mine. I think I was off by a month. I really think that maybe end of June, mid-July, I'll probably receive mine. They haven't done the best job conveying what's going on, but I think they're trying to be safe here and not really piss too many people off. I'm still patiently waiting. I don't, have any animosity towards Panic. I think what they've done so far is pretty good. They've only had one delay since they've taken my money. One big delay, but from everything that I hear, the numbers on the hardware errors and malfunctions and all that kind of stuff is in the 1% for what they've sent out so far. So that's pretty good. It could be more. I don't think they're telling us everything, but I got faith. A lot of people are saying good things. Ian came out with his review of the Playdate the other day, and he was loving it. So I'm patiently waiting for mine.
So there it is. Playdate review will be coming eventually from Gary. Hopefully they get these things out on time, and hopefully we don't have any more major issues with the Playdate. I know they had that battery issue. But I think that's all that needs to be said about that. You got anything else to add to this, Gary?
No, that was pretty much it. I don't think it's really that big of an issue. These things take time.
It's a huge issue, and Playdate is now officially a scam. No, I'm just playing. We'll see, right? I don't think it's a scam. I don't think it's a big deal. I do think that probably there was some sort of error with putting in the late. They probably didn't mean it, just because they had retracted it so fast without any kind of word on it.
Well, I will say this: we can clear it up. This ain't no Intellivision, right? They do have at least 10,000, almost 10,000 units out in the wild, right? You can go and, granted, you can go on eBay right now and pay $400 or $500 for one if you really want one. But this is not an Amico. These are out in people's hands. People are enjoying them. There are ways to get them if you want to, pay scalper prices, but they are out in people's hands. So yeah, it's the upside for them.
All right, I think that's it for that.